Hold on,
Hey,
I
Ryan,
have
why
it.
don't you pull up Amazon's margins real quick?
Well,
Yeah, I'd have more of a grin on my face than Stephen Hawking on Epstein's Island.
I'm off as a smug cock when he said that.
Wow, physical philosophy, you're not very smart at all. You screw up, cash flow kings. Dissector, you are an idiot.
Well, it's the day after 420, which likely means you're having a Sunday morning / afternoon Cash Flow Kings weekly recap.
You might say you're half-baked.
Yep. You're having a hangover session right now. It's the weekly recap, everybody. Welcome back. It's the best place after you're a little hungover from your Saturday night. If you weren't on the Cash Flow Kings, of course. Come here, recover, heal, and hear about all our buys, sells, dividends, and earnings for the week. Earnings are picking back up, so we're actually going over them this week. It's good times here on the Cash Flow Kings. But Fiscal kick us away with our good old transactions for the week.
So, as you can see, my transactions were numerous this week. Now, from bottom to top, because that's the point where you want to be, we have, starting off, 100 shares purchased of a little stock called Medical Properties Trust. Yeah, I know. Shocking.
It's going down.
Shocking that the leader of the cult would buy more shares, but yeah. And this was the day it got over $5. So it's dropped a little bit since then, but still lowered my basis, which is a little bit above 6 still. So happy enough to take the shares. And hey, who knows? It could 5x. You never know.
Yeah.
So from there, I got a little bit of bank interest. That's not important. It's free money. Speaking of free money, though, one of the stocks gave me 2 dividends at the same time. I know.
That's wild.
2 dividends at the same time. Now that's what I call income.
That's income right there, baby.
You could say I'm a high dividend income warrior. So one is a special dividend. It's special kind of like Khmer, in the same way. And then, an ordinary dividend of $33 in addition to that. Now, also, even though I sold PSEC, I must have done it after the ex-dividend date because I actually still got a dividend here this month. I did sell out of that stock, though. You saw it in last week's show, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure you all watched it. Now, moving on up, I got 200 more shares of Ryan's favorite stock. Yeah. Now, this one is Grab, of course. And it's going to possibly be the next cult after MPW.
Yeah. Don't let Bill Clinton near it.
Yeah, it's the second cult. Now, what else do we have here? Well, we have me rolling out in time a Paramount cash secured put. Basically break even, I extended it from this Friday to Friday the 24th, but lowered the strike price from $14 to $13.50, basically effectively meaning if the price stays where it is today, I'll save $50 if I get assigned. So
free money.
Definitely worth saving the $50. However, I think I'll do fine on Paramount at either price due to the fact that it's starting to look a lot like they're going to be acquired. They're in negotiations with one group right now for a possible merger or acquisition. And it just came out that Sony / Apollo want to joint venture acquire it. And we don't know what their offer is as of yet, or I don't anyway. Maybe it's out and I just haven't caught up on the numbers yet. But I'm assuming it'll be higher than previous offers. And by the way, one of the previous offers was for the Class B shares to go for just over $21 per share. So if it's better than that, I think I'll do pretty well. So those of you that say that Paramount doesn't have good enough free cash flow, well, there's more than one way to make money on the stock. So Also, biggest news in the portfolio. I have sold out of 2 of my BDC stocks that pay dividends.
Oh,
Now, ARCC, Ares Capital, I sold at a pretty good gain. I think I was at like a somewhere in the neighborhood of like a 10 or 11% gain on the
you won't
share
hear him
price.
talk about that one.
Yeah. Well, actually, it might have been a little bit more than that because my basis was somewhere in the 18 something range, and I sold for over $20.50. So it was a double digit gain on the share price. Plus, I received more than or right around 10% yield on cost from the dividends the entire time I held it. So that's actually quite a decent return. Not like earth shattering or anything, but
It's a compounder.
I didn't really have the thing is at the time, like I didn't have like any really strong ideas for the cash. And I wanted my cash, as much of it as possible, earning me cash in the meanwhile. And so I thought Ares was a pretty stable BDC. Its price took a little bit of a hit when they announced interest rates to be going up. And so I thought that might be a good place to just keep some money in the meanwhile while I'm waiting for other opportunities. And the share price recovered some, and I collected a pretty good yield on it while I waited. So better than treasuries, right?
Rest in peace.
Riskier though, but that was a calculated risk. Similar story with Horizon, except they were slightly red on my cost basis when I sold. But when you factor in the monthly dividends and the special dividends I've gotten in the time I've owned them, it more than offset the slight loss in share price. And on net, I probably gained holding that too. So those BDCs kind of just functioned as a park some money here for now so that it at least works for me a little bit while I figure out other stuff. And since stocks are falling a lot now, I'm thinking there are some things I'm more interested in. And so I want to free up that cash and have it ready to go. So,
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So that's, kind of what's behind that. Those BDCs, there's nothing wrong with them, by the way. I didn't sell them, because I think they're going to
compounders.
I don't think they're going to I don't think there's anything necessarily bad that's going to happen to either of them. It's just like they were serving a purpose, and now I have different uses. They did what I wanted them to do, and now the time has come.
That's true. Fiscal's actually getting ready to put 20% of this portfolio in a Starbucks, everybody. So that's the spoiler ahead for
you heard it here first.
Yeah. For me, bit of a boring week. I believe Realty Income paid this week, so I got $4.33 from them. Yay. There. Whoa. There we go.
That's
not to brag.
Some people call it a quality compounder.
That is a quality compounder right there. And the other thing I bought this week was one share of SHG at around $87. Big bad tech week. So I'm happy to add some at a lower price. There's my second share of SHG. So that's a compounder right there. It's a double compounder of cheese. But it is earnings season, everybody. We love earnings season here on the Cash Flow Kings. It's one of the best times of the year besides Christmas and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's actually picking up. There are some actual interesting companies now. The banks have already kind of reported. Big week this week. I see Verizon immediately. That's one that I'm definitely going to be paying attention to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, I have 100 shares of Verizon. But
money.
Gosh, I think with Verizon, there's usually not too much surprising going on, and it's not usually a big mover. We'll just say
AT&T is the big mover. They go down for some reason or another. I see a lot of compounders on here. I see Visa.
Oh yeah, Visa, the quality compounder. Yep.
Oh my Lord, this is a big.
So week. Intel's on Thursday, and
on Thursday.
That's I think that's my biggest holding. So now in Intel and MPW, depending on how much each one is up and down on the day, they trade places as my first and second holding now. So, but Intel is right this second, the top holding. Depending on how they do on Thursday, that could change.
Speaking of Thursday, a company reports Thursday that I see, and this is kind of come back as a short this week. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah,
Snapchat. Snap's
Ooh.
going to have their 110 or 20% fall this week, so be ready for
Yeah,
it.
I've been
everybody. That's
having
for
some
sure.
good times on Snapchat lately.
Yeah, definitely not profitable though. Not a lot of profits to be made for the business. So
No, I mean I wouldn't buy their stock, but
yeah,
I mean their app is definitely enjoyable for
yes.
me. Yeah, in a
Well,
lot of
for
different
some of
ways.
our more simple folk here, like myself, it's not. But at least you get to look on the Snap map.
I can help you update your Snapchat game if you want. It's that's in the
Members only
private
content,
mastermind,
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah, members content. Join the Discord. Spotify, that'll be interesting. Tesla, Maesla. Wow,
Ooh,
that's gonna. Oh, jeez,
I
God.
mean, hey,
Look, oh,
our Altria, on Thursday, right
yeah,
along with Intel. Thursday is a big day for me.
yeah, it is a big day. There's a lot of compounders reporting Thursday. Snapchat,
Always.
Chatter.
Ooh,
This is a
ooh,
big week. Get your cash ready,
Vail
everybody.
on
There could be
Wednesday.
some dips.
We have some Vail bulls in my Discord.
There we go. Then the energy bulls better be happy on Friday.
Ooh,
Exxon,
Chipotle.
Chevron. I know that's another I'm looking at Chipotle at like $2,000 if it goes back down there. I really like it from a perspective, like consumer perspective. It's always packed there.
That's
Joe
true.
Carlson owns
It's
the
like you
company.
go there at lunchtime, it's never dead.
I feel like it would be like one of my Starbucks kind of holdings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I just can't
actually,
justify the valuation.
so
They're
funny
trading
enough about Thursday, I can't believe I missed this. Mobileye also reports, and they're still majority owned by Intel, but they
Oh
are a
yeah,
public company on their own.
there you go. Microsoft, Google, Tesla, big week, everybody. So
Ooh,
get your cash ready.
speaking of compounders, Friday you got AbbVie.
Yeah, that's a drug compounder. Yeah, I mean, I just be ready this week, everybody. There could be a lot of sales, could be a lot of blood in the water because we're going into
Tuesday,
World War III.
hey Tuesday, Chubb is reporting.
It's not General Mill. It's not General. It's
No,
General Mills.
I
It's not
wish I
General
had
Mills.
the
Jizz. No.
I wish I had the Ron Swanson clip that I've been using lately when I mentioned Chubb. Just saying that gave me a semi.
All right, what a week for earnings. So be ready. If we get drafted into war this week, I'll see you there, Fiscal.
I'm too old to draft, dude.
Oh yeah, Khmer will lead us into war. Khmer will he'll be our
I'll
our
volunteer to
peace
be in
leader.
his battalion.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Check out the live from yesterday and every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. Thank you all for watching. Smash like button. Do dividends, stocks, not drugs, and of
Buy the
course,
merch.
Dissector, you an idiot.
cash flow
Cash
is
flow
king.
is
Oh
king.
yeah.